So let's walk this through quickly. And so if you have any questions, just ask instantly and we can talk about it quickly. So I'm going to do the theory part first, and then I'm going to kind of show example. So we're going to go through the launch, optimize, and rank. And the first is the launch, right? So this is when you get your product live on Amazon. And remember that if you just have only 10 to 50 units, it is not, you don't really need to do a lot of huge launch. Like you don't need to go to the end of the launch. You just learn how to set up ads and kind of like learn how to validate ads, validate conversion rates, click rates, and just learn how to learn how to set up ads and how to validate that information for you. But you don't go past the launch with your 10 to 50 units, basically. It's not really necessary, but but still, it still applies. So let's see. So launch is we gather information to find out is the product attractive and healthy. And everything spins on Amazon around traffic and conversion. So when launching your product, basically you start with a normal price. Do you want to sell your product normally? Like normal price means it has your profit margin and everything. Later, when you make one sale, you can lower the price down if you want, but you kind of want to test your normal price. So ensure as many keywords as indexed as possible, of course. You need to make sure that all the keywords are indexed. Then you start single keyword exact match campaigns. Campaign budget $4 for me. Bid cost usually 1 to 1 to 91. You wait until you get some clicks on 5 to 10 keywords, around 3 to 7 days, and then you pause 90% of campaigns, and you keep the ones that highest clicks or impressions, right? And you see, you really can, like, if you use Scaling Insights or some bulk upload, you can start like 50 to 100 campaigns, all single keyword campaigns, and then you kind of shut down 90% afterwards, and you keep only these keywords that are working for you. And I usually keep like 5 to 10 campaigns, like 5 to 10 keywords. And remember, like each keyword will cost me around $30 to $50 to get validated. And so then I will run these campaigns until I get 20 clicks or 5 sales on each campaign, each keyword, right? So, and then you validate the proven phrases from the search term board. Are they good conversion or not good conversion? And then when you have these like sales on these keywords, then you run product evaluation. Now, product evaluation is the end of the launch, right? So this is like taking your product to the doctor and checking out, okay, so do I have something wrong with my listing and my product? How well does it do? And basically, it's the situation of your current product, and you will understand the ins and outs and directions, what you're supposed to do next. And often, like on Amazon, if you don't know what to do, then basically you just don't have understanding on situation, on and the possible actions you can take. There's always something to do with your listing. There's always something to do. There's no such thing, there's nothing to do. But if you don't know what to do, then you just don't know how to read numbers and take action based on these numbers, right? And so that's why evaluation is like taking your product to the doctor and checking out. And then based on that numbers, you can see what needs to be improved. Now, launching is important because after shipping your product first time to Amazon, like I'm speaking here about like, let's say like more than 50 units already, right? So your goal is to have enough confidence to reorder your product before run out of stock, right? Let's say you have already 300 units on Amazon, or maybe 100 or even more than 50. Then you want to know like, okay, should I reorder this product or not reorder, right? How do you know, right? Like, should I put more money into this product, right? Or shouldn't I? Shouldn't I maybe find another product, right? So in order to have this enough confidence to reorder, we need to understand like, so is it now attractive, competitive? Does it have good reviews, or does it get good quality? Is it listing attractive or competitive? Do you have conversion rate? right? If yes, if I do have conversion rate, and then on which keywords I'm attractive and healthy and funky and cool, right? And if I'm not funky and cool at all, can I make it funky? Can I become like a cool dude or girl in a room, right? Am I able to make also profit, right? And how fast can I get my money back? Because obviously some products are maybe profitable and maybe you can even sell them, but they don't just not sell. They don't just sell because there's not enough demand. Some products are, again, you make a lot of choice, a lot of work, and then the ad cost and click cost is too expensive. You still cannot sell them. So there's a lot of things. So that's why the evaluation is important. Let's see what happens here now. It doesn't get stuck now. So what is the end result of the launching stage? Basically, the end result of the launch stage is for you. This is, by the way, one of the most important things on Amazon. You need to be able to understand, what should I do with my product? And the basic launch is, it's like a evaluation of your listing and your product, right? You can do launch or this evaluation all the time. After launch, you can do it later, you can do it later, you can do anytime. You can take this launch evaluation and ask yourself, okay, so which 3-4 of ways I should choose with my product, especially when the beginning, right? Maybe I should drop the whole product, right? Or maybe I should go and optimize my listing. Or maybe I should proceed to the ranking stage. Seems it's really cool, it works. Or maybe I should optimize rank and optimize the listing on the same time. So it's always these choices of 4, but you have to constantly do. And when your product already sells, then you are basically doing number 4 all the time. You can do number 4 all the time. It's the whole game spins around number 4. But when you start, then 1, 3, or 1, 2, 3 is somehow the things you kind of need to know as well. So will you pick your game? So number 1, drop your product. So when should you drop your product? After launch. Maybe you have bad reviews, right? Maybe you have issues with the quality. It's super difficult to fix those issues, right? Or maybe your ad cost is so freaking high that it's almost impossible to make any sales on ads, and it just has low profitability. Maybe your current normal price didn't sell at all, and so you had to lower the price, and now you're making sales, but you're not making any profits anymore. So this is the time you kind of need to look into the mirror and ask yourself, do I really need to stick with this product, or maybe just let it go? You know, whenever you're thinking this way, you can always contact me. I can jump on a call with you. I'm happy to brainstorm with you. Next, maybe you want to optimize. Okay, so what is the criteria you want to optimize? You already see that you are making sales at my normal price, but my conversion rates are kind of less than 10%. And the click-through rate is really low. It's less than 1%. It means that from 1,000 people impressions, I get 1 click. That's 1%. Oh, sorry, I get 10 clicks. So it's something like this, right? And or maybe you want to proceed straight to the ranking. So it means that after launch, you did a good job with your listing. Your listing is really cool, really good looking images, really, really nicely shines out. Main image has a value. And maybe now your conversion rate is higher than 20%. You did the launch and now your conversion rate is high. So wow, that's cool. I have maybe it's even possible to advertise with break even. So you're not losing any money. So that would be a perfect way. You get straight to the rank. Or optimize the rank means that, okay, my conversion is kind of okay. You know, it's kind of between 10 to 15%, but it's not super. Seems that we need more reviews to improve conversion, and kind of need to find this optimum cost per click price because my ads are super expensive. So that's kind of like optimizing ranking at the same time. You can already start putting more traffic into this 15% conversion rate keywords, shut down all the rest of the keywords. And in the meantime, you can tweak your images, play with the price, and go from there. So usually, when you start first time on Amazon, you probably after launch, you will go number 2. Because you don't know how to do listing. If you're not really artistic or you haven't found any good graphic designer, then usually you need to dump it to number 2. If you've done your listing really well, you can jump on the number 3, but most likely will end up being number 4. Now, not making that decision on these four is a big mistake. You will be in no man's land and you don't know what to do. It's just like, my product doesn't sell. Well, why doesn't sell? I don't know. Well, what should I do? I don't know. My ads are expensive. I'm losing money on ads. My product doesn't sell, but kind of sells. It's kind of not selling, kind of selling, right? So let's speak about a little bit about optimization. I'm not going to cover that a lot, but you can see on our website, we have a ton of different optimization tasks. So you can choose what to do to improve the conversion rate of your product. Most likely it's a main image, other images, A plus EBC, and the copywriting and headline. Everything spins around that basically. And so I don't want to really be spending time here because I want to show you how the launch and how this thing works. So let's go. So number two, let's see. Number two here, optimization first. You have really low conversion rate, less than 10%. There's no point putting a lot of traffic into this number two. There's no point wasting a lot of money in the ads if you go on number two. And so you do optimization first and you have a bunch of tasks, right? Now let's speak about ranking. Let's say you found this number three here, like after launch, you found really good conversion rates for your keywords. And what do you do? So to proceed to the ranking stage, you must show that listing is healthy and attractive. And it means that if it's not healthy and attractive, you go back to the optimization. But it means that you have good conversion rate on some keyword and it seems that you're making sales there, then let's proceed with that keyword to the ranking stage. And so what is the difference between optimization and ranking? This is also people don't understand. On the Amazon, you have always two problems, either one or the other. Either you have a conversion issue or you have traffic issue. There's one or the other issues. There's always traffic and conversion, right? And remember, guys, if your conversion is really bad, meaning that your listing is not attractive, it doesn't shine out, your main images doesn't grab attention, then your traffic will be expensive because people are clicking your product but not buying. So you're going to spend more money in the ranking stage if you start ranking your product while the listing is not sexy and funky, right? So that's why it's kind of important to kind of understand what's the difference between those two, right? And should I go to ranking stage and when and why and how and which keyword, and like I'm going to show you after the slides, because if you, like I said, with a lousy product, with the lousy keywords, with the lousy conversion rate mean, you will spend a lot of money. So let's say you have a good winning keyword. You find that during the evaluation after launch, you find the keyword that have really high conversion rate. It means that you have doing more than 20%, right? Now it's time, the way you rank there is you just boost more traffic on that keyword. You just put more and more money into that traffic source, that keyword phrase. So, but first you need to use how much you want to spend, because ranking is not cheap, you know, and it depends on the keyword and its cost. It can be extremely expensive as well. So you have to kind of decide, okay, so let's me spend $200 on the ranking on that keyword for the next 1 week, okay? And then you create portfolio in an ads platform and give it a budget. You can make a portfolio, ranking portfolio, whatever, product name, ranking portfolio, and you put it $200 there. And now you dump that keyword, that campaign, exact match campaign there. You move these high conversion keyword phrases to that portfolio. You also start phrase and broad campaigns on these same keyword phrases, okay? And they all needs to be single keyword campaigns and down only bids. And you also start top of the search exact match campaign on each high conversion keyword. And now you're playing around the campaign budgets. You're playing around campaign budgets every other day. You see which campaign you want to spend more, which campaign is more expensive, which campaign is less expensive, and you play around with the daily budgets to get to squeeze the maximum out of the money you're spending on the ranking.